A versatile MPV and a pickup are both high on the wish lists for many of us as a vehicle for the mountain biking life. But which is the ultimate mountain biker's vehicle?
Neil, right, do you know what? I find it really hard to find the correct vehicle to cater for my mountain biking life.
I think riding a bike has a big influence on what vehicle you choose, but also it's got to work for normal life, kids, other sports even. So with the help of Mercedes, we're putting two popular vehicles head to head, try and find the ultimate mountain biker's vehicle.
So why would you choose a pickup over a van? Well, for me, I'm an outdoors kind of guy. I love biking, I love the woodlands. Now the best thing about this vehicle is it's utilitarian.
Although a pickup has that rugged cool, it's not necessarily that practical as a day-to-day vehicle for, say, a rider with a family, which is where MPVs come in. Combining the practicality of a family car with the flexibility of a van, they can do most things riders would ask of them. That's the theory anyway.
So Neil and I have borrowed an example of each from Mercedes-Benz, a pickup and an MPV. So we're going to put them through a sequence of really rigorous challenges to find out which one is best.
This is the Mercedes V-Class, their popular MPV.
My vehicle of choice is a Mercedes X-Class. It's the pickup.
From afar, it looks like a van, but the closer you get, the more you'll see a very classy car with a premium interior that's very flexible and modular.
Okay, this is not an ordinary farm pickup truck, one that gets mud plugged all day carrying cows. No, at the end of the day, this thing is still a Mercedes-Benz and it is plush through and through. Dashboard looks like something out of Space Age. It's beautiful.
All right, enough, Blake. How easy is it to get your bikes into?
Now, the best thing about this thing is instead of chucking your dirty mountain bike in the back of a nice clean van, you can just chuck it in the trunk there and it gets a free wash when on a rainy day like this. Nice, you just flick the heaters on and you're warm. It is as simple as ABC, 1, 2, 3, loading your bikes up in the back of the pickup. You simply lift up your bike, place it in the back and strap it up with the straps provided with a tailgate pad. And away you go, easy.
So you could, as with any vehicle I suppose, stick a tow bar on or a rear mounted bike rack, but personally I'd rather keep my pride and joy inside the vehicle and use this like a minivan. Yes, our bikes are a bit dirty, it's been very wet this week here in Portugal. So in this case I've removed the back row seats. There's loads of different ways of securing your bike into the back of a van. Normally I'll strap it to the side, but in this case, because we left the second row of seats in, we just took out the front wheels and then strapped them in moto style. One strap on either side of the handlebars and one on the back wheel. It literally takes less than a minute and the bikes are super secure. They're not going to roll around in the back of the van and damage each other. In an MPV, you can carry bikes however you choose, inside, on a rear or tow hitch mounted rack, or on a roof rack. And with modular seating, you can configure them pretty much any way you wish.
It's super easy just to chuck your dirty bike into the back of the pickup. It makes packing up post-rides simple and hassle-free. Using the tailgate protector is a must to keep both your pickup and bikes in pristine condition. Plus, it's super easy to wash down afterwards. Look at this endless amount of room in the rear. Now, this is a 5-seater, so that means you can bring 4 mates along with you with 5 bikes in the back. How good is that? A lot of room. Or if you want a little bit more room, leave one of your mates at the back so you can have 2 in the back here. They can have a lot more room and you can put your helmets there and it's all gravy, baby. Just pumping the tunes and the bikes on the back. It just looks mountain bike. Now let's go to the back to see all those bikes. Okay, now the back with all your mates and all the bikes, well, you can fit 5 bikes in here quite comfortably and snug as well. But I haven't got 5 or 4 friends. I've only got myself and Neil. so you can fit 2 bikes in quite comfortably. Right here, look at this. All this dirt is dripping outside, not inside your lovely little van. Whereas this, super easy. Now the one thing is, Neil's probably gonna go, I can get changed in the van. When it's raining, I can get in the van and get changed nice and warm. Wow, we don't have that option right now. We're just gotta man up and do it outside. But you can chuck all your dirty gear in there and then just jet wash that clean. Easy. Look at that. And it looks mountain bike. That, to me, is mountain bike.
This vehicle comes with 8 seats. I've now got 5, but I've got space in the back. Look, I've got 2 bikes, a bike bag, some water. I reckon I could fit 5 bikes and kit in this car. But I think if I leave all 8 seats in, if I take the wheels out of the bikes, I could probably get 2 bikes in as well. So you've got all the space in the back for bikes, boards, anything you want. Plus you've got room for kids or mates if you've got any of those. And check out the interior, this is very posh. It's a bit like a Mercedes car, not like any old van. And it's very comfy. That's why I win that one.
Versatility means that with an MPV, you can do the school run during the week and then easily load up your biking buddies, bikes and gear at the weekend, happily taking up to 5 people and bikes inside. Being able to take out all the rear seats also means you can use it just like a van when you need to.
You can get pickups in a crew cab or single cab. Crew cabs can carry up to 5 people and bikes. A single cab is limited to just 2 people, but still has a capacity to take 5 bikes. So for more versatility, I would say go for the crew cab pickup.
What if we want to go to the cafe after the ride?
Oh, well.
You're gonna need a lock.
Yeah, about that. That's an issue, Neil. That's an issue. Come in. Go, hang on.
It's a good thing about vans. Leaving bikes in vans isn't the safest, but still a bit more secure than the back of a pickup truck.
If you carry your bikes inside an MPV, your pride and joy will be far less noticeable to randoms and will also help with fuel efficiency on longer drives as it will keep your vehicle's aerodynamics unchanged.
Although nothing says mountain biker more than a pickup with bikes racked up over the tailgate, your bikes are on display all the time, so they're harder to keep hidden from thieving eyes. You can buy a canopy or a truck cap to go over the back and keep everything enclosed to solve this. We're in the Mercedes-Benz X-Class 250D 4MATIC. This thing's a 6-speed manual gearbox. You can get an automatic, but I've gone for the manual.
This B-Class has got the 250D diesel engine in it with the 9G Tronic 9-speed automatic gearbox. But you've also got this dynamic select to go up from eco to comfort, up to sport or even manual, where you can use these little paddles behind the steering wheel, should you wish. Top speed of 205 kilometers an hour.
And the top speed on this vehicle is 180 kilometers an hour.
This 0 to 100 kilometers an hour time is 9.4 seconds.
Now, 0 to 100 kilometers an hour, that is 11.1 seconds. Now, I feel like that might be a little bit slower than the van, but it doesn't matter. I've got 4-wheel drive. That means there's power to all 4 wheels.
It's also got quite a frugal engine, to be fair, for what is quite a big vehicle. Its combined consumption is 5.9 litres per 100 kilometres or 47.88 miles per gallon.
The combined fuel consumption in this vehicle is 7.9 litres per 100 kilometres. Now, in miles per gallon, that is 35.76 miles per gallon. That's not bad for a vehicle of this stature.
MPVs are generally more fuel efficient and faster than heavier pickups, thanks to their lighter weights and a wide range of engine options to choose from.
Modern pickups aren't sluggish, but are generally less efficient than a van or MPV, with lower MPG numbers, slower top speeds and acceleration. But saying that, a pickup's towing capacity can also be 2 to 3 times greater than an MPV or vans. That's great if you're regularly hauling.
Off-road capabilities, well, this V-Class is just rear-wheel drive, and did I mention it's very posh, it's very nice. So it can take a bit of mild fire roads, I suppose, but proper off-road capabilities for getting out into the wilderness, maybe not quite as good as Blaze.
This is what makes this car more utilitarian for a mountain biker. Why? Because you can go off-road in this beast. There's a lot of clearance underneath. You can flick it into four-wheel drive. When you get into a bit of a sticky situation, when you're trying to get to the trailhead, you just flick the switch just straight into 4 high, or if you're in a very, very, very dire place and it's a bit snowy, you just chuck it into 4 low. That locks those diffs and you can get out. Whereas the van, it's just rear-wheel drive. You're stuck there. It's all about the pickup. Tell you what, Neil's gonna love this. Off-road, what the X-Class is all about.
Whoa.
Neil, are you ready for this?
Are we going up there? Where's the trail?
It's up this fire road, all the way to the top,
All right.
and it's raining.
It is raining.
Has that got a 4MATIC in it?
It's got a very nice stereo, so I'm gonna go steady and enjoy the stereo and don't drive like a hooligan.
I'll try not to, Neil. I will try not to. I'll see you at the top, Neil. Woohoo! Oh man, look. Muddy puddle, no worries.
Alright, yes, I probably could go a little bit faster up this fire road, but I'll let my speed talk when it comes to riding a bike.
Where is Neil? It's like taking forever. It's stupid. Hey! Finally, Neil. Where have you been?
It's not a race. Give him a Mercedes, thinks he's Lewis Hamilton.
No, but you know, off-road and terrain and stuff.
Anyway, I was in comfort, it's all right.
It does look nice.
Was that in 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive?
This was in 2-wheel drive, Neil. It wasn't that bad coming up here, but it is going to get bad when you go further up. But the trail's just over there anyway.
I'm all right then. Fine, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, it's fine there, Neil.
MPVs are generally 2-wheel drive and with lower ground clearances than pickups, so aren't as off-road capable as a dedicated 4x4 when heading away from the tarmac. But they're just fine for fire roads and light off-roading, like getting onto the trailhead or to an event. Just be careful when things are wet or icy.
Pickups can be a cost-effective route to owning a proper 4x4. They'll get you through most off-road challenges that both the terrain and weather can throw at you. Their increased ground clearance also means you won't need to worry about bashing the bottom of your vehicle off.
Right, practicalities of vehicles. That is virtually a camper van, a very posh camper van. I could take all those back seats out of there, stick a mattress in, take the bikes, take the surfboards, take the kids.
Yep.
You're not gonna sleep in that, unless it's very sunny.
I'm not going to sleep in that, Neil, and if I take the kid, I've got one child. He can fit in there. Wife, I can't sleep in it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can't do. But practical,
Yeah.
I think this is way more practical.
I mean, you don't mind your bikes getting some muddy and chucking them in the back of that, do you? So you could just hose the whole thing off.
Literally, if you put it on your lovely carpet in the back of that, it's going to be dirty and muddy and stink. Isn't it?
You do need to clean it out a bit.
Yeah, now look at that. Just jet wash there. You can wash the bikes in there on the back of your truck.
I always think pickups, like with a pad on the back, bikes on the back, people know you're a mountain biker. But there might be situations where you don't want to look like a mountain biker. Maybe if you're trying to keep your bikes on the down low for security.
Security, yes. I think, again, Neil, that's not very secure. Unless you had a big chain and still locked it up. But your bikes are still on show, Neil. Yeah.
But it does look cool.
You're winning there again. Yes, it does look cool. Now, I'm winning there, for sure. I think a pickup's way more cooler than your car.
I don't know. I think it looks cool, but that is a cool car as well.
There's a huge range of MPVs to choose from, and they're a more practical day-to-day driving choice, especially if you live in towns or cities. They're also really at home and comfortable for long drives and are super versatile as you can easily configure the seating however you need. Internal carpets can be more of a challenge to clean up though after muddy bikes and gear, but you can get boot liners to solve this.
Pickups vary from super practical to high-end luxury options and everything in between. So there's plenty of choice out there. They're generally less maneuverable than a van or an MPV in towns or cities. A pickup is more at home in rural environments or in the mountains. But bear in mind, as stock, pickups have little covered cargo storage, which can be an issue for keeping bikes or gear protected from the elements. But like I've said, you can buy a canopy or a truck cap to solve this. They're super easy to keep clean and they're way cooler than a van or an MPV.
What about the tech heads, the gadget nerds? Like myself, I like to have a good sound system, a big widescreen sat-nav.
Yeah.
I've got a 360 camera.
Yeah, well, I have a nice sound system, Neil. I don't have sat-nav and I don't have 360 cameras because, you know, I'm not in the urban environment that much. I'm always up in the mountains.
You've got lane assist.
I have got lane assist. That is good because of the long journeys to the mountains.
See how it works here, coming around the fire road.
It does not work here, Neil.
MPVs generally will be packed with all the gadgets and options you'd expect from a modern car. Good for me, less so for Blake.
Although mine isn't, but you can absolutely get a gadget-packed pickup out there. But no lane assist works on fire roads. Sad, but it's true.
So what is the proper vehicle for a mountain biker?
Rugged, functional, all-terrain, Neil. You get to see a lot of these in the United States.
I think actually climate's got a lot to do with it, because in the UK you see way more people with vans because it's wet, it's cold. You can chuck your bikes in there, you can get changed in there.
You can actually get changed in there, yeah.
So I don't know, I think I'm sticking with the van.
Yeah, no, I'm going to stick with this, Neil. I can get to the top.
Maybe the ultimate mountain biker's vehicle is that, because it also comes with a 239 horsepower engine.
Ooh. Really?
Pretty fast.
That's pretty top trumpy, but I can top trump that. This V6, 254 brake horsepower, Neil.
Although you're going to lose some MPGs.
Oh, I'll be getting there faster to the petrol station.
But the numbers don't lie, so without further ado, who won? Well, Blake's pickup put up a good fight and notched up 2 round wins and 1 draw. Whereas I and my MPV drew once, but won 4 out of the 7 rounds for a pretty convincing overall win. So there you have it. Today, the MPV is the ultimate mountain biker's vehicle.
Right, thanks Mercedes, and if you want to see some more videos from GMBN over there for things I wish I'd known about mountain biking before I started.
Give us a thumbs up, like if you like this sort of stuff. See you next time. See ya.
Let us know your ultimate mountain bike vehicle down in the comments section.